You know, right now, data isn't just growing, it's absolutely exploding. And if you're an IT professional, you're basically at a crossroads. You can either get buried by the sheer scale of it all, or you can learn how to turn it into the single most powerful weapon in your career arsenal. And that's what we're talking about today, turning that massive challenge into your biggest advantage.
Look, we are smack in the middle of what everyone's calling Industry 4.0, where data is the new oil, the new electricity. It's fueling everything. And for every single one of us, the big challenge is just navigating this ocean of information. So the real question isn't if you're going to deal with big data, it's how are you going to turn this flood of data from a problem into a massive opportunity.
And that really gets to the heart of the problem, especially in the IP world. The issue isn't that we don't have enough information, it's that we have way too much. We're talking about a crazy amount of data coming at us at insane speeds from all sorts of places. The real puzzle is, how do you find the important stuff, that little signal of gold inside all of that noise?
Okay, so let's get on the same page. What does big data actually mean? It's not just, a lot of data. The real definition is data that's so huge, so messy, and so complex that the tools we've all been using for years, like our standard databases, they just can't keep up. They're just not built for this kind of job anymore.
To really wrap your head around this, people talk about the 4 V's. First, you've got volume. We're talking petabytes, just a mind-boggling scale of data. Then there's velocity. This data isn't just sitting there, it's streaming in constantly, in real time. Think social media feeds. Third is variety. It's not just neat rows and columns anymore. It's messy text, images, videos, you name it. And finally, and this one's a biggie, veracity. Can you even trust the data? Is it accurate? Getting a handle on this 4-headed beast is the name of the game.
All right, so we've laid out the problem. It's huge, right? So what's the solution? Well, the key is making a strategic shift. It's about moving from just collecting data to actively building systems that transform that raw information into real business intelligence. It's about building a bridge, really, from being overloaded with information to having clear, strategic insights.
And this right here, this is a game-changing way to think about it. The most valuable skill in this new world isn't just knowing how to use some fancy new software. No way. It's about you being the smart one, developing the thinking to ask the right questions of your data, and then having the wisdom to actually understand the answers and make smart decisions.
So, if you're looking to really get on top of this field, there's a clear path. It all starts with really understanding these dimensions of data we talked about. From there, you've got to master the tools for storing and managing it all. Then, you learn how to analyze that data to find the gold, the real business value. And the final piece? Turning those insights into winning strategies for your company. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. Theory is great, but let's be real. True expertise comes from getting your hands dirty with the powerful tools that pros are using every single day. So let's take a look at some of the key technologies that really form the backbone of a modern data setup. Now, the best way to tackle all these tools is to break it down. We see it as a 2-day journey. Day 1 is all about building a rock-solid foundation. You've got to understand the architecture and the basic storage tools. Then, Day 2 is where the magic happens. We build on that foundation and launch into advanced applications for processing and analysis. That's where your knowledge really becomes power. So, Day 1 is all about that solid foundation, and it starts with storage. We begin with the Hadoop Distributed File System, or HDFS. It's what lets you store these massive data sets across a whole bunch of computers. Then you move into NoSQL databases, like Cassandra or MongoDB. These are specifically designed to handle all that messy, unstructured data that traditional databases choke on. Think of them as super flexible, massive filing cabinets for the digital age. Okay, so you've got your data stored. Now what? You need the engines to actually do something with it. That's where a tool like Apache Spark comes in. It's famous for its incredible speed. And to actually ask questions of all that data, you can use frameworks like Hive, which is awesome because it lets you use a language that feels a lot like the SQL you already know. These are the powerful searchlights that help you find that needle in the digital haystack.
So with all these powerful tools, what's the best way to actually learn them? Let me tell you, with tech like this, just sitting in a lecture and listening, that's not going to cut it. The best, fastest, and most effective way is to learn by doing, to get beyond the theory and dive right into hands-on, practical application.
And that means we're flipping the script completely. We're moving away from that old traditional lecture format. A real learning environment has to be active, a place where you are constantly involved.
building things, analyzing real data, and solving the exact kinds of problems you're going to see in the real world. Because this isn't a lecture, it's a hands-on workshop.
So, what does that active approach actually look like? Well, we use a bunch of different methods. We'll run through real-world case simulations and problem-solving exercises to keep things practical. But at the same time, we'll do team exercises and peer-to-peer coaching. It creates this amazing, collaborative vibe where you're not just learning from the instructor, but from everyone in the room.
But what's the end game here? What does mastering all this stuff really lead to? It's about a total career transformation. It's the difference between being an IT specialist who just keeps the systems running and becoming a true data strategist, someone who actively uses data to steer the future of the entire organization. And that new strategic role comes with a seriously powerful toolkit. Imagine being able to handle complex, unstructured data with ease, to know exactly which tools to pick for any job, to process gigantic data sets efficiently, and pull out insights in near real time. Ultimately, you walk away with the ability to design and roll out a full big data strategy from scratch.
And look, these skills aren't just for one type of person. They're becoming absolutely essential across a whole range of roles. We're talking about project managers, IT managers, database administrators, DBAs, data architects, developers, and business intelligence, or BI specialists. For all these folks, big data skills aren't just a nice-to-have anymore, they're the next step in their career. The thing is, this data revolution, it's not coming, it's already here. So the real question for every ambitious pro out there is, how are you going to respond? Are you going to be playing catch-up, reacting to all this change? Or are you going to be the one to step up, harness it, and lead the charge in your field?
If you're ready to stop just talking about big data and actually start doing something with it, this is your next step. This 2-day hands-on workshop is built to give you the skills, the tools, and the confidence to master it. It's time to unlock your data's potential. Go ahead and enroll in the Big Data for IT Specialist course today.